reaction when you found out you guys were getting Marc Gasol?
Found out coming out the elevator going to the bus to the game. You know, pretty sad that JV was gone. You know, he was working out hard, excited to come back, but he's still gonna be able to play basketball. So that's something to look forward for him. And you know, I just thought you know, it'd be a good piece for us. Having a playoff pedigree, being there before, smart player, you know, just knows the game as a high veteran.
What do you remember about him from those playoff series with San Antonio? I mean, they were pretty vicious at times.
Just competitive. Like I said, just been there before. Just smart, getting his team in good positions, just competing.
I mean, he's one of the better passing bigs in the game and kind of runs a lot of stuff from that high post area. How would that affect you? Is that something that can help your game a little bit? Have a guy take some playmaking pressure off you?
Yeah, I mean, most of our offense, or some of our offenses, ran through our bigs to make passes and make plays. So I think it'll be good for them. And you know, just getting guys off the ball, getting them easy layups, backdoor cuts, or just attention he causes in the post at times.
That's something you guys have been missing a little bit, just some easy offense in the half court?
I mean, when we play the right way, we get some easy shots, easy looks. So we just have to see how it plays out. You can't talk about it too much. You got to just wait and play.
What are your impressions of him as a defender? We're always talking about defense.
You know, good defender in the post. I think he won a Defensive Player of the Year before, I believe. You know, like I said, he's smart. He's a physical defender, and he competes. So, you know, with those tools, you become a good defender.
I mean, I think you got 26 games left, and you got at least one new body, and there's probably going to be a couple more coming at some point. What are the challenges getting everyone on the same page in a pretty short period of time?
Well, you said how many games? You said 26. Just be able to gel. Like I said, we have a break coming up, so just being able to have some carryover to after the break. So the time is now to, you know, get situated and get to where we want to be. So when we come back from the break, you know, we can look back and say we have some carryover into the second half of the season.
Did you spend yesterday just kind of pulling up clips and seeing what you can do with a guy like Marc, or how do you prepare?
Got some cheesecake yesterday. Well, we've most importantly, we just had a good chat, really. You know, I'm pretty familiar with him and what he can do, and you know, and there's you just cover some things and talk some terminology, just talk about, you know, and most of the stuff he's been around enough that he's seen, right? And there's some things he hasn't that we do, and some of the terminology we use is probably unique. So we just go over that mostly. Good, comfortable conversation. He's excited to be here. See where we go from there.
What can a guy like that do for the flow of your offense?
Well, you know, we'll have to see. I think everything's always a wait and see to see how it exactly fits in. But he's obviously a guy you can play through, right, from the inside or the outside. You know, very good passer. And hopefully, like I think two things that I think we could use that his skill set provides is maybe some downhill pressure relief, right? Should be able to get a little bit more back cutting and things like that, and then possibly just a settling force sometimes. You know, games get a little wild and crazy. You can throw it in and run a series of actions and go from there. And then sometimes you can throw it in the post and get a bucket maybe too.
Because he is so versatile offensively, does that make it easier to plug him in, or is it process of sort of?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, again, I don't know, right? I don't know how it's all going to plug in, but you would assume a veteran player that is used to screening, picking and popping, handling and DHOing, should fit in pretty good. We run, again, a lot of similar actions that he's used to running. An extra added benefit is a lot of some of our plays that he runs with the Spanish national team are in, so we can lean on some of those. So that's nice as well. Well, I guess it's I hope, but I guess there's not much you can do until everything gets cleared and finalized and done through the paperwork, I guess. So we'll see if he's ready to go. We'll use him. If he's not, we won't. I guess it's that simple.
Do you expect to have Kawhi back?
Yes.
Who do you think is going to interact with him more offensively? Would it be Kyle as the primary ball handler, or would you look to run him with Kawhi and pick him up? I guess it's too early to know.
No, well, with us, obviously Kyle and him will be in a lot of actions. That's not unlike any of our point guard and bigs, but again, as you guys know, once things get going, Kawhi's coming off, Fred, Norm, Pascal's coming off. We like to do multiple. Anybody that can play the pick and roll game ends up in a pick and roll scenario. So that's it's one of the things we talked about yesterday. Once we get into our open, that there could be a number of guys come flying off there. Yep.
You got 26 games left. You've added a major piece, subtracted a bunch, and presumably there's going to be a couple more coming at some point. How challenging is it going to be for your staff just to kind of constantly be integrating and updating and coordinating?
I mean, it's a challenge, right? But again, I think it's a guy that again, he's got a lot of experience. He'll pick things up pretty fast, I think. I guess we'll see. It is always a little bit of a rhythm issue, but I don't expect it to be a big issue.
How does he change your team defensively?
I don't know if he changes it that much, but we'll see. I think again he's a rim protector. He's kind of an anchor type guy or a captain of a defense guy. From behind. I think he's a good communicator from what I've seen. I think he'll execute, the coverages and game plans and things like that. So should be good. Again, he's a good defensive player. I think because of his size and because of his toughness and because of his mind. Yeah.
You guys added Malcolm Miller. I know he's a guy that you liked that summer league and last year a little bit. Nice to see him again and have him back.
Well, first of all, super happy he's back and playing, right? That was a pretty serious injury he had. And, the one thing about him is he understands what we're doing. He really understands his role. And he's got some good length defensively, and we'll do exactly what we ask defensively, and he'll take the challenge on some people. I mean, you guys remember, I think the game that always stands out for me is we went to Indiana and started him on Oladipo, and he didn't like it. Oladipo didn't like his length on him, so pretty good player to go out there and guard. Speed and undersized and quick and fast, and he did a good job. So it's always nice to have a guy that's a little bit familiar and that you are not afraid to put in. He'll play pretty mistake-free usually, you know what I mean, and do the right thing.
There's been a lot of speculation about what the front court rotation might look like, almost like there was back in training camp. Like, is this again going to be sort of a fluid thing, or do you know exactly how this is going to play out?
I would say it's super fluid right now, right? But again, I think it plays itself out. I think a lot of it will be matchup driven, like it was in the preseason. But I agree with you. We're back here again.